Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a review of a wine dinner I had at Quattro Whistler as part of the Whistler Cornucopia 2025. And the featured winery was Allegrini Winery. And I'm familiar with Allegrini. It's a Valpolicella producer, but mostly with their entry level stuff, Palazzo della Torre, which is kind of a $20-$30 wine, which is really, really good quality. But I didn't realize that they had so much other wines in their portfolio. So this was a really nice night for me to kind of get to know their winery a little bit better. I do know that they are a classic Valpolicella producer, but they also have white wineries in Lugano. And so this is just a quick video of their lineup. And it was a really neat night for me to kind of taste. This video will focus on the wines, but there was some really excellent food. And for the food pairings with the wine, I'll just mention them briefly. But if you want a full review of the food, you should go to my other YouTube channel, Trophy Food Experiences, that video on the food in detail at the end of this video. So we start off the night with the 2024 Valpolicella DOC. And this is just a entry-level wine. It is made with the classic grape varietals for Valpolicella, Corvina, and Rondinella. And it is really simple, aged in steel and then 2 months in bottle. Simple wine, but it was served slightly chilled, and it was served with a arancini with sour cherry sauce. Really perfect pairing. I thought it was a nice simple wine, lots of sour cherry and strawberries. I thought it was a really neat wine to start out with, and I really enjoyed it. My rating is 88 points. Next wine was their 2024 Logana DOC Bianco. So this is a white wine. It is their Alleghrini's new venture near Lake Garda in the Logana region. The grape varietal is used is Turbiana with a little bit of Cortese. And I really like this wine. It was paired with an olive oil poached branzino, which is quite light fish. And this was also light in terms of its flavors. I like the body, so it's about medium body, but not high acidity either. So I thought it paired very well with the branzino because it was just subtle. Everything was subtle. So again, it's mostly Turbiano with a small percentage of Cortese. My tasting notes, medium body, medium acidity, a little bit of jasmine and white peaches. Again, not a complicated wine, but really nice drinking wine. Pairs very well with the food, Italian food that's served at Quattro Whistler. My rating is 88 points. The next wine was my favorite wine of the night. It's the Allegrini 2020 La Grola. It's an IGT wine. I believe the most recent vintages are Classico Superior. In this vintage, it was 90% Corvina, 10% Ossolata, so I guess it didn't use the correct grape varietals to get a Valpolicella designation, but I really enjoyed the wine. So this has been a staple in their lineup, I think, since the late 80s. La Grola is a vineyard site, and what they do is they ferment in stainless steel, and then they age the wines in 16 months, 50% in second use barriques, and the remaining 50% in large casks. And then there's an additional 10 months of aging before it's released to the market. So quite a bit of aging on this, almost like 2 years and a bit. But I really enjoyed the wine. I thought it got the nice intensity of flavors that you expect with Valpolicella without being too heavy. And it was paired with a tortellini al funghi with a really heavy sauce and some pancetta. It was great. So my notes on this: black plums, black cherries, violets, clove, cigar aromas. I thought of the wines, it was the most balanced and the best concentration of flavors. So my rating was 92 points. So La Grolla and this one, La Poja, are kind of almost single vineyard offerings and kind of their more top shelf wines along with their Amarone. So this one is La Poja. This was a 2017 vintage. Again, it is a vineyard near La Garda. It's aged 20 months in barriques, another 8 months in Slavonian large barrels, and then a further 10 months in the bottle. So again, goes through almost 38 months of aging. The difference between this and the Grola is this is only Corvino Veronese, so it's a single varietal. And so for me, this one was a little bit funky. I kind of, maybe it wasn't decanted long enough for my liking, but I just felt it was a little bit funky on the aromas. So my notes on this are, I have spice on this, orange peel, almost a plasticky smell to it, which was weird to me. Maybe it's a little bit of vanilla, which is not my favorite. They had some black tea and some cherry and some minerality, which went along with this orange peel type taste to it. So it wasn't my kind of favored wine of the night, and my rating was 89 points. Whenever I have a representative of the winery and some great food at a wine dinner, I always try to take that opportunity, if possible, to open some more wines to kind of talk to the representative about the wines. Quattro has a great wine list, so they also have the 2016 Poja available on their wine list, so I decided to open that. I actually like that a lot better than the 2017, and I was amazed the difference in terms of the two wines just by the vintage. And so I found this wine personally a lot more brighter. The fruit was fresher, and it didn't have that kind of weird orange peely aromas and flavors to it that I had with the 2017. So I preferred this one much more, and I thought it was much more representative of what I would expect from a kind of a wine from Valpolicella region. So my notes on this wine were raspberry, violets, black pepper, and then black olives. And I just found the fruit a little more intense, a little bit more clear and crisp, and just had things that maybe it was just personal, but there was a little bit of, in the 2017, things that I personally don't enjoy, like a little bit of orange peel, which is kind of weird for a red wine, and some vanilla on the nose. So my rating of this wine was 92 points. Just going back to the last wine, the La Poja was paired with a juniper curd duck breast. And then the last course, which was creme alla parmigiano, which is pudding of Parmesan, was paired with their Amarone 2020 Classico DOCG. So this wine is kind of their top end wine, high alcohol concentration, very sweet in terms of the fruit. So it's matured in barriques for a minimum of 18 months. Then it rests for another 7 months before bottling, and then is further aged another 14 months in bottle. So total of almost 39 months in aging before it's actually released to the public, over 3.5 years. So extended aging on this wine. I enjoyed this. I thought it might need a little bit more time. I thought it was still a little bit young. My notes, black, cherry, and figs. I thought it was slightly muted, so I think it does need more time of aging, or maybe a little bit more decanting. I had mocha and graphite, but I wanted a little bit more weight and sweetness, and I think that will come with time. My rating of this wine was 90 points. All in all, really, really pleasant dinner. Really enjoyed the whole portfolio of Allegrini wines. Really changed my opinion of them, because I had always thought of them as a kind of more entry-level producer. And these wines, the top shelf wines, showed me a different side to them. So I really enjoyed the whole night. Hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy drinking.